I'm originally from South Jersey. I kind of grew up in a little farmland. I have two younger sisters, and I live with my mom in Pennsylvania now. And yeah, I'm a senior at High Point, and I'm an electronic media major with a music minor, and I'm also the head of the radio station. I've played the bass for about 6 years now. I don't know, it's kind of weird. An instrument really finds you. I really honestly believe that. Like, with every kind of person who is an instrumentalist, you can kind of tell what they play by who their personality is. And I don't know, I was just kind of always drawn to the bass guitar. I actually found out what a bass guitar was I was in 8th grade, and I was just trying to hook up with the girl that lived behind me. So I went over to her house, right? And I'm sitting on the couch, but her mom comes up and sits with us like the whole night. So I'm trying to like get her alone, trying to do my thing. So eventually I asked to go see her bass guitar because I knew it was in her room. So we went up to her room, and she opened a closet, and it was sitting in there like kind of out of its case. And I saw it, and I was like, wow, that's actually pretty cool. And I like touched it for a couple minutes and just kind of like played around with it. And then I put it down and proceeded to do my own thing, which I won't get into that right now. Alright, so the first songs I learned to play were Feel Good Inc. and Another One Bites the Dust, because those are the only songs I knew that had bass in them. From there, I really just like, I got a couple DVDs, and I played piano for like 12 years, so I knew how to like play music, but I didn't really understand it for my training. I wasn't into the piano, but once I got into the bass guitar, it really opened up my world for me. So that's kind of my background on how I've started to play the bass, you know? What was the other one I just learned? It's like, there's a lot of things I would tell a starting musician. You know, one of the main ones I would say is to stick to it. You know, it's really tough, and it's really time consuming. You really have to put a lot of time into it. But if you put 2 to 3 months of every night at least 2 hours, 3 hours, just trying to figure out how to play the instrument, it really opens up quick once you figure it out. You know, once you get that basic structure down and figure out how you have to hold the instrument and like how you have to perform on it and put your expressions into it, it really blossoms once you get there. Another thing I would tell a starting musician would be to, just kind of take it slow. It'll come. Just let it happen. Just trust your ear, close your eyes, go in a dark room, and just play. And eventually you'll figure out music. And it's about creating sound and creating substance out of just noises, and that's really what it comes down to. And it will get there. You will get an ear for music. Everybody has it. It's just about putting in the time. My band is called Just the Tip, and we're local. We all go to High Point. We have 8 members right now. We have a couple horn players, and we have a singer and a guitar player and a drummer and everything like that. My band formed. Hold on. My band formed. I met the guitar player Sam my freshman year because I was smoking cigarettes outside of Belk, like that gate there, and I met him. He was wearing like a cabbie hat. He was smoking a pipe, and he had like a hand-rolled cigarette, and I was like, wait a minute, okay, this guy definitely plays some music. So I walked up and I was like, hey, do you like, I don't know, play some guitar or whatever? And he was like, yeah, man, I have my guitar in my room. I haven't touched it in like a couple of years, but I'll jam with you if you want. And we jammed, and like, he's actually really good. So I started playing with him, and then I met the singer Pete, that my sophomore year. He's a year younger than me, but he plays a lot of like punk music, which I'm into, which is hard to find a lot of punk kids around here, so like we instantly bonded. But we just, all 3 of us just started playing, and eventually we decided to start actually writing music, and that's how Just the Tip formed. My favorite song to play is actually something that I wrote for Just the Tip, and it's just, I don't know, I worked really, really hard on it for a really long time. It took me the better part of like 6 months to like come up with the whole thing, and like, I don't know, it's challenging because it exercises both my left hand and my right hand. Like, a lot of songs will only do one or the other. And it also, like, it makes me do a lot of really fast, like, plucking techniques to at certain times. So that's my like song I practice to get my technical skills up the most. I'm Ryan Simkins, and this is called Us Kids Today by Just the Tip. My favorite bass guitarist is from a band called Streetlight Manifesto, and he's just like, there's so many different kinds of playing, and he puts them all into one, and I think he's my main inspiration, you know? Like, some guys just strictly do fast picking, some guys strictly do, like, really slow melodic stuff, and some guys walk, some guys jump notes. It's just, when you have that mixture of everything, that's when a good bass line's made. You know, when you have, like, you can walk around, but you can skip notes within it, and, like, it's almost like a slap bass technique with 2 or 3 fingers at a time, like hitting ghost notes and like not really hitting down all the way on the fret, but just hitting the string to give that extra like little kick. All that kind of stuff is really like he started that, and he's my inspiration for that. Playing bass really at this point is like my passion. It's what I do, you know. Like I'd sit at home whenever I'm not like thinking about homework. I'm always thinking about like what chords go where in a piece of music. I'm thinking about like different intervals lining up, and I'm always trying to figure out like a new song or something like that. I played the bass a lot in college too, you know, and that like it takes a lot of my time, yeah, but I've met so many friends through playing music too. You know, I have a lot of really good relationships with people, and I can just like hang out and get together and just like put my feelings out into the open through my instrument, and they can do the same thing, and we can match it up and get that mesh. It just like it creates such a strong bond with friends. You know, and it's also like my minor at college, so I take classes for it, and like I try to play in at least like one of the school bands, if not more at a time, you know, just to try to like keep my playing level as high as I can. But it's definitely helped me relieve a lot of stress. Playing bass has definitely like calmed me down, and it's kind of, I used to play in my bed at night, like before I go to bed, just kind of like lay in my pillow and play to myself, and it was really soothing. You know, it's a relaxing instrument too, with its like really low tone. When you put it right next to you, and it's just like it's really almost meditative. I'd say it's almost meditative. Alex, any suggestions?